Hello, folks. Welcome to another episode of the People's Lima, episode 319. Eric Lima, your host here. Well, today I want to talk about something very delicate, very sensitive, and it's about love and romance. And why do I want to talk about that? Because lately I've been watching the Elliot Rodger videos, and they were quite disturbing. And I'm sure everybody finds them disturbing. Here's the weird part: I listened to what Elliot Rodger had to say about why did he complained about why women fall in love with the douchebags or the obnoxious guys, and not him because he claims to be the ultimate gentleman. And the tone of his voice a little bit when he says, "I'm the ultimate gentleman, I'm the alpha male," and all this, I think it's one of arrogance, and that could turn a woman off. I think Elliot Rodger made the first mistake right there, was act arrogant, and you don't do that. You know, when it comes to trying to pick up a chick or a girl, don't act arrogant. That was the main mistake that he made, and it was totally awful. It's like you felt like face palming, going, "No, why did he act so arrogant?" Here's the thing. All right, I don't have a girlfriend either. Yes, I admit I get jealous when I see girls fall in love with other guys and all that, and not me. Now, yeah, I'm a gentleman too, but the fact of it is, I don't go around saying I'm the ultimate gentleman. You know, I'm a gentleman because I was raised to be one. My parents raised me to be a gentleman. You know, I was raised to respect women. You know, and there are girls. There are women in that I've seen in my life. Yeah, I wanted them and all that. But I know I know better. Let me tell you a little. Let me explain to you a little bit of a situation that I had go through back when I was a teenager, and this will. The reason I'm saying this story, I'm sure you heard it on the Lima Strong saga about over 200 episodes back, but bear with me here. This could be a life lesson learned here. And that's the thing, is there is a moral behind this whole situation. All right. About 25 years ago, I was in my church, that, and I had this crush on this girl. Her name was Paulette, and when I first saw her, I felt I don't know. Well, I don't think she'll do it for me. I didn't think she was attractive back then. Remember, I was just a teenager. I figured, nah. But then she started coming to my youth group, and coming to the youth group that I attended, been attending for years, and it's like, wow, and I started finding her a little bit more attractive, and I thought she was very beautiful. I thought she was really cute. Remember, I was a teenager back then. I was only 13 back then. And then my hormones went into overdrive. Because the fact is, when my hormones go into overdrive, add that to the fact I have OCD, ADD, and ADHD, not a great combination. I mean, I just went, yeah! Why are you gonna stop this crazy thing? It's like the Millennium Falcon going to hype warper speed. Don't know when to slow down, boy. That type of deal. Out of space, here we go. That type of deal, and that's what it was all. I was beginning to transform into like Steve Urkel to her Laura Winslow. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google Family Matters. It's a TV show. You'll know what I mean. All right, trust me on that one. And and I started obsessing after her. Basically, that's what it was. I was obsessed after Paulette. Major mistake of mine, number one. Don't get too crazy. And I got too crazy. I tried to do everything I could to impress this girl. I mean, everything. I mean, luckily, I didn't have a driver's license, so I would be in bigger trouble if I did that. Anyways, all right, let's get back to the story here. At that point, I think I tried to listen to the music on the radio. I thought that would, I figured I'd be hip and happening with her. But, I tried dressing nice. Heck, I tried growing sideburns like Jason Priestley and Luke Perry back in the day. Sideburns were huge back in the day. Huge! You know? Forgive me, I might wipe my nose. I don't know why I do that. Is this some kind of quirk? It's always itchy. Don't know. Um, So, anyways, I tried to do everything I could. I tried being a cool person. I tried to be somebody. I tried to be somebody that I was not. And I did this for 4.5 years. I chased after this girl for 4.5 years. I was obsessed after this girl for 4.5 years. And my biggest mistake is I didn't know when to quit. I didn't know when to stop. I didn't give it up. I kept right on going. No matter what anybody else says, I was going full bore like a freaking bull in a china shop. Boom! Look out! You know? And 1995, it all came at a screeching halt. Reality crashed down on me. She started dating one of my good friends that I went to this Christian school with, Reuben. His name was Reuben, and my obsession after her turned south. Things went south. I was angry. I was jealous. And I got to the point where I was so angry with the both of them. At one point, I accused them of stabbing me in the back. Needless to say, my parents were not very happy about it. Her parents were not very happy about it. My youth leaders at that time, Matt and Randy, were not happy about it. I was upset. I ran away from home a couple of times, and I got more and more jealous. And it got to the point where I had a meeting with my youth leader Matt and my friend Reuben. There was a couple of times where I sat near them a couple of times, and he wanted to move. Him and Paulette moved a couple of times. They didn't want me. They didn't want anywhere to be near me. Got to the point where Reuben told me not to stare at them, not to, and I was downtrodden. I was majorly upset, to be honest, and I was not very happy. But I had it coming, to be honest. And, huh, and there were a couple of times I wanted to kill myself. You know, I contemplated suicide back then. I was a teenager, 18. The age of 18 in this family was not the best age on the planet. I went through a lot back then. I went through a lot. It was one of those. It was one of those situations where I just felt like now I look back at it and going, it's my fault. The situation that happened between me and Paulette was my fault. It was my fault to the point. It was my fault to the point where I never spoke to either one of them ever again. That got me to think a lot. That got me to thinking a lot. I'm just looking at my phone. You know, that got me to thinking a lot, and um, it was something that uh, it was something I had to live with. You know, it wasn't easy dealing with that. You know, found out the girl he had a crush on was going one with your good friend, and it was really sad on my part the way I've acted. You know, I kind of, you know, I realize now that everything that's happened was my fault. You know, I blame myself for that situation to get out of hand. I blame myself for not listening to, you know, my parents, my youth leaders, you know, and it got to the point where the friendship went kaput. Not easy. Not easy at all. Over the years, so by then, I had a job. I had a job, a real job, working as a dishwasher Ruby Tuesday, and I met a lot of people there, interacted with a lot of people, including some very cute coworkers, and the girls there. Some of the girls there are very beautiful, and they kept my mind off Paulette, which is a good thing, But I had to remember what happened, and so I had to be careful not to obsess after my coworkers. So I'd say, well, I like them, they're cute, I'll just be their friend, that's it. Be cool with it. Just be cool and just do your job, have fun. Just be cool, you know. The situation between Paulette, Reuben, and I got to the point where I had to go see a shrink. Yep, you heard it here, folks. I went to see a shrink. This is back in the day, mind you. 20 years ago, folks. A lot has changed since then. Not easy talking about this. It's not easy talking about this. I'm sure, you know. But there is a lesson to be. There's a moral to a story. All right. Time went on. In 2001, February 2001, I was, back then I was driving a Volkswagen Jetta. White car. Well, I got my license, and I was having so much fun. You know, I had my license, so it kept my mind off a lot of things. Well, Paulette and Reuben, they were still together at the time, 2001. They uh, they were called up on stage, and Reuben's like, "Uh oh, what happened?" Come to find out, they got engaged. At that point, it's 2001, just 2001. They got engaged, and part of me says, "Oh joy, great, whoopee doo," and another part says, "Oh, it doesn't surprise me. I had a feeling it was going to happen anyways." You know, my father wanted me to congratulate them. I said, "Nah, it's all right. They probably still don't want to talk to me." So that being said, I was kind of feeling sad, and instead of staying here at home and sulking about this, I decided, well, I told my parents, well, I'm going to go out for a bit. I'll be right back. I think I need to clear my head. Need to keep my mind off it. So I wanted to go to the Harbor Mall, and they had Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I think playing video games always helps me clear my head. So I went, shoot, go. You know, I mixed the exit because of all these crazy traffic cars. So went down 195 and went and headed up to the Swansea Mall. At that point, back in the day, this is 2001. The Swansea Mall was like one of the coolest malls that I went to because it had 80s vibe. So I go in there, I thought it was totally reeked of awesomeness. I grabbed the directories, looked all around, and then all of a sudden I darted out of there. I said, "Well, I'm gonna go back to where I'm supposed to go." So I went to the Harbor Mall, went to the Millennium Fun Center, which is now closed down, by the way, to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And I was playing, and I beat the game. It kept my mind off the situation, off the engagement. It kept my mind off for a while. So I figured, hey, I'm going to have some fun, keep my mind. Went home. I stopped by my old workplace to to drink root beer and order a blondie for dessert. Not. I know what y'all thinking. A blondie, Eric, you finally got something on the side there. Nah, it's a dessert at Ruby Tuesday. Look it up. Trust me. Google Ruby Tuesday blondie. You know what I'm talking about. Um, dirty minds out there, folks. Get your minds out of the gutter. Anyways, I come home. My mother commended me on going. You know, my mother knew what was running through my mind, and my father's like, "Oh no, he's not," and everything else. I was. I told Mom I was. I'm not going to sit here. And she commended me for doing something like that. I said, listen, I had my license, so this is the advantage now. If I want to go somewhere to clear my head, I can go in my car and take off. Clear my head, come back here, everything will be cool. So that's why I did. I did the smart thing. And keep my mind off of it. Was it easy? Mm-mm. Trust me. Trust me, it wasn't easy. Here's the thing, all right? My mother commended me on doing that. I said, Mom, I had to. I had to. It was the only choice that I have. I'm not going to sit here and sulk all day. What's the deal? Eat lunch, go. You know, I even sing the Power Rangers Time Force theme song in the car just to let it all out. But now, so they were engaged for like what, about a year, or even half a year. 2002, during praise and worship, um, Paulette's mother and father. Her father was the band leader at the time. Her mother was one of the singers. As we're going off in the spirit and playing, and I was still playing percussion at the time, so I sat down and did some praying, on stage, and sit down and did some praying. And her mother, Isabel, decided to speak and announced that Paulette and Reuben broke up, and she was crying because I think they both loved. For sure, Reuben was well loved, and those two were an awesome couple. I was kind of shocked when I heard it. I admit I was a little bit shocked when I heard it, and no one knew. I didn't know, and it was it was shocking. I was stunned. I was stunned. I got home and I was stunned, and I was like, "Wow!" I said to myself, "Wow!" I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought Reuben and Paulette were going to be together and get married. Have kids of their own. Have a family, go somewhere. Apparently, God may have had other plans. So the two broke off their engagement, went their separate ways. Paulette and her new man Danny got married in 2004. Two beautiful children. They live up in Bellarica, and ever since then, they've been having a good life. You know, Reuben obviously moved on, got married himself, and had his life together. Here's I found Reuben on Facebook, and I figured, oh, that's a nah. I don't want to do it, but I said, well, I'm going to try to friend him, and I did that, and I wrote down when I apologized. He said, I'm very shocked you requested me. I'm very happy that you decided to do this, and it takes a big man enough for you to do it. I said, listen, I was like, and then at the point where he says we'll be friends together, no matter what, no matter if we don't talk to each other anymore. And that's what we did. Found him on Twitter. He had to follow me, then he blocked me, and so it's like, hey, it's the way he only wants it that way. That's fine. I tried to do the same thing with Paulette. Found her on Facebook. Before a friend requested her, what out? She didn't want to friend me. She didn't want to even say anything to me. At that point, and it was difficult to accept. I figured I'll try again. And she apparently, to me, she didn't. She still remembered. She never forgot. But I never forgot either. But you know what? It was about time I wanted to bury the hatchet with both of them. I wanted to bury the hatchet with her so bad, to the point, so bad. But I tried. Wishing her a happy birthday on Twitter. I found her on Twitter. I didn't send her a follow request because I knew she would turn it down. You know, I knew she would turn it down. So there you go. And I did, tweet her happy birthday. Hope birthday hits the bullseye type of deal. She ended up blocking me, which I didn't send her a friend request or nothing. She didn't, she didn't want to talk to me. I've not spoken to Paulette in 20 years. It's been that long. Many people think 20 years. That's kind of sad. Well, I know. What can you do? It is what it is. And I found her email, but I refused to email her or anything. I didn't want to bother with that. I didn't bother sending a Instagram follow request. I refused to do that. I posted a picture of her and me back in the day, so I wish we were friends again. But so I decided, well, I'm not going to do that. So I deleted the pic off Instagram, and Pinterest was the only thing I was able to follow her in, but I wasn't going to bother her much. So there you go. The moral of the whole story that I told was you have to be very, very careful who you're in love with and how you fall in love with that person. You want to make the right moves. Don't want to make any mistakes in life. That's how it is. That's why I decided, well, I'm not going to worry about falling in love with a woman. I'm not going to worry about any of that stuff, falling in love, romance, or anything like that. I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to have some fun. I got a family that loves me for who I am, a family that cares about me. You know, I'm having fun with my life. You know, the internet. You know, best having a computer is the best thing to ever happen. To be quite honest. You know, probably one of the best things ever. The best thing ever to happen is me accepting the Lord Jesus Christ into my heart, being a born again Christian. You know, it isn't easy. It isn't easy. It isn't easy living that life. You know, because you have a lot of you know influential people out there. Here's the weird part. You know, like I said, I have all this stuff. You know, my ColecoVision, got my Nintendo video games. I'm watching wrestling, got the W Network back, and oh yeah, speaking of which, go to your local Walmart, get this. W Network's back on for you. If you had W Network and it's can't now buy one of these bad boys at Walmart, $30, 3 months. You better watch Survivor Series, my friends. Little plug there. Um, it's you know I've moved on obviously with my life, you know, but you know maybe there's some questions that you guys would have, saying, Eric, if next time you see this Paulette girl, how are you gonna react? Very good question, because ever since her and her husband and family all moved to Billerica, you know I'm not you know they're busy with their jobs and all that, so it's been so I highly doubt I'll see them again. I highly doubt. I highly doubt it. I mean, I highly doubt I'll speak to Paulette again. Unless by some miracle or by grace of the Lord does something so drastic to the point where He's gonna have to force me and Paulette to put our differences aside and said, "Hey, we gotta do something." You know. Now I'm not gonna bash her. I'm not gonna bash anybody that was involved in the situation. Apparently, they tried to send a message to me, and I wasn't getting it. The only person I should bash is me. I was the idiot. I was the moron in that whole situation. And it cost me a couple of great friends. That's the way I roll. That's the way I rolled. Really sad. I just want to smile a little bit because now I'm going to try to be calm about this. You know, I'm not going to be angry. I'm not going to be angry. I'm just going to move on with my life and have fun. That's what I do. You know, I try to be something that I'm not back then. You know, I tried impressing this girl. Like I said, I tried growing sideburns, and then that didn't work. I shaved the sideburns off. The only time I grew them back again was when The Rock became my favorite WWE superstar back in 1998, 99. And I was going these Wolverine style lamb chops because that's what The Rock had back in the day. And then I was forced to shave them off because I was working at a food restaurant back then. But then The Rock shaved them off by 2000 anyway, so it's like no big deal. I'll tell you one thing. I wish I had a DeLorean back in the so I can travel back in time and tell my young teenage self she's not worth it, man. Just let it go and move on. That's what I have to do. That's why I got all this cool stuff. That's why I do my show. Sometimes you have to be real with the folks, though. Sometimes you have to be real with the people, and that's what I am. If people have a problem with me being real, this isn't no reality TV show. This is a real show. This is a real me, the People's Lima. The reason why I call myself that is I got people that call me Lima, and I'm a big fan of The Rock, and he's always been people's champion. And there's people that like me out there for who I am. So that's why I call myself the People's Lima. The reason this show. Okay? Here's the thing. I'm not exactly Channing Tatum. But I'm astonished about how many random women follow me on Twitter. But sometimes I wonder if they're real women, or did somebody put pics of a hot looking girl on there just to attract me to where I can end up catfished. Same thing on Facebook. Sometimes I have to be very, very careful. Like I said, who I like, who I friend with, you know. Fact is, sometimes you have to be careful who you hook up with. You know, now I don't go the other way, the gay thing. I don't do that. That's not my thing. That's not me. I'd rather be myself. I have a family that loves me and that that has my back. I got a good mom, a couple of parents that care about me and love me. They want to make sure I do the right thing. They taught me a lot, you know. But I think the biggest thing I did wrong. That's why I think the reason why Paulette won't talk to me is I disrespected her. Same thing why Reuben won't talk to me either because I disrespected him too. I disrespected the both of them. It's all about respect in the end. You have to respect your fellow person. There's some people that don't like me and they don't respect me at all. I felt like Rodney Dangerfield. But I'm not going to demand respect from anybody out there. No way. Many people would, say, "Why I have to earn that respect?" I'm not exactly Channing Tatum. I'm not actually the best looking guy on the planet. I'm not John Cena. I'm not, Mr. Muscles. And look at, I need to lose weight. I'm a little bit on the chubby side. You know, I'm not good looking. You know, I'm not God's gift to women. I'm not, the sexiest man alive. I'm not any of that crap. I'm just me. I'm just Eric Lima. The people's Lima on YouTube, but outside, I'm just plain old Eric Matthew Lima. Just trying to enjoy life and trying to enjoy one day at a time. You never know when it's going to end. It can all end tomorrow, just like that. That's why I want to keep doing this show. I do the show not for popularity, not for you know, not to gain fame or 15 minutes of fame. And my goal is to date the hottest actress on the planet. That's not what I'm. That's not what it's all about. It's all about being real. I've said it time and time again because I think a lot of you do not get it at all. I'm who I am. I'm real. I'm human. I'm not perfect. Never have been. Never will be. I'm not better than anybody else. I'm not great. I'm just me. I'm just Eric Lima. Now, a lot of you could take it and accept it. A lot of you can ignore me or you can make fun of me. That's why I refuse to put up profile pics of other people except me. I've always wanted to put my face on there to let the world know I'm the real deal. I'm real. I'll brag about it. I'm real. All right. I'm not being arrogant. I'm bragging about me being real. I'm a real person. All right. I'm not here. I'm not here to be an entertaining person. Sometimes I like to be entertaining. Yes, I like to make people laugh. Yes, I do. I get positive feedback from my friends who watch these videos. But one thing's for certain: I'm real, and I'm not going away ever. As long as I'm alive, I'm going to do this show, no matter what. Now, people can accept me for who I am, or to ignore my videos and move on. Yes, I get a little crazy at times. Just the truth. I'm a nutso. I crack myself up. But I like having fun. I'm not going to worry about falling in love. I'm just going to worry about being me. For those who are married, those are my friends who are married and have children and all that, I'm very happy. Congratulations. Very happy, and I'm proud of you guys. You guys worked hard. But just because I don't have anybody in my life, as far as falling in love with, just because I don't have a girlfriend in my life, doesn't mean I'm a loser. This doesn't mean I haven't found the right one yet. God has her for me somewhere. When that day comes, y'all know. Y'all will know. You all will know. But listen, I got friends and family in my life right now that like me for who I am. They accept me for who I am. My life's not going to suck. Life is what you make of it. Don't let it suck. Don't let your sourpuss attitude ruin your life. Smile a little bit. Don't give up though. Don't give up on your life. When one door closes, another one will open. When you get knocked down and you get up again, but nobody's going to take you down. That's why. That's why my life is good, because I'm not easily knocked down. You can make fun of me all you want. You can hate on me, hate on my videos. You can say how ugly I look. You can say how I have a hole in my little chin there. I'm not going to let that stop me from doing these videos. All you guys whine and cry about the Patriots winning, and then also you get upset with me for it. Don't expect me to back down from that. I defend my team, you know. So, with that being said, just remember the moral of the whole this episode: be careful. Be careful how you act around people that you love. Be careful of how you act like around the person you have a crush on, that you like, that you want to love, you want to spend the rest of your time with, the rest of your life with. Be careful. Play it safe. Do it right. Be of right mind and of right soul and heart, and you can end up getting somebody. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything rash that can cost you your life. If you think of something stupid, don't act on it. Think about something good. Think about something smart. Then act on that. That's all the time we have on this episode of The People's Lima. I am the one in the million, Eric Lima. Reminding you, the mall opens at 10. And remember, use your head. Don't do stupid things. Be yourself. Very important. Don't be afraid to hide behind. Don't hide behind a mask. Take the mask off. Let the world see the real you. God bless.